All right, so let's be honest. Who hasn't, daydreamed about escaping to like a tropical paradise?
Oh, yeah.
Well, today's deep dive takes us right to the heart of that intersection, this booming real estate market in Phuket, Thailand.
Okay.
We've got this fascinating article from Ocean Worldwide Phuket Real Estate,
Hmm.
and it's titled "Foreign Millionaires Flock to Buy Phuket Properties." ASW releases 4 projects to increase market share, and it's like a window into this whole economic and social shift that seems to be happening.
Yeah, we're seeing that like it's more than just vacation homes at this point.
Right.
Um, there's this surge of foreign millionaires, primarily Russians, Ukrainians, and Europeans,
Yeah.
looking at Phuket as like a place to actually put down roots.
That's a big shift. What do you think is driving that? I mean, obviously Phuket's beautiful, but there's got to be more to it than just nice beaches.
Definitely, yeah. I think geopolitical instability plays a huge role. People with wealth, they're seeking safe havens, places where they feel secure, and their investments are protected.
Makes sense.
And Phuket's stable government and its welcoming environment for foreigners, makes it very appealing.
And it's not just about safety, right? I mean, Phuket has a lot to offer in terms of lifestyle as well.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the gorgeous beaches, amazing food, a well-established tourism infrastructure, international schools, and like a growing expat community. It's a very attractive package.
So we've got this influx of wealthy buyers. Now let's talk about the developers who are catering to them. The article really focuses on Asset-Wise Public Company Limited, or ASW.
Yeah.
They're a major player in the Thai real estate market.
Yeah.
They've been making some pretty big moves in Phuket.
Their recent acquisition of Romfo property, that's a clear signal of their strategy. Romfo specializes in, luxury residences, and ASW clearly sees the potential in catering to this high-end market.
And they're not just acquiring existing properties, they're building new ones as well. The article mentions 4 new ASW projects in Phuket. They're really going all in on this boom.
They are, and the scale of these projects is really impressive.
Yeah.
What's interesting is not just the size, but also their locations.
Okay.
They're very strategically placed, areas that are already popular with foreigners. They're really trying to understand and meet the demands of this specific market.
So let's dive into these projects. First up is the title Cielo Rawai.
Okay.
It's a 1.2 billion baht project, and it's sold out, get this, 90% in a week. I mean, that's insane.
It is. That kind of demand just speaks volumes. There's an urgency and desire to be a part of this Phuket boom.
Then there's the Modiva. This one's valued at a massive 6.2 billion baht. What does that even tell us? Is it just size, or are we talking about like next level luxury here?
Yeah, I mean, the price tag alone suggests something extraordinary. It could be ultra-luxury amenities, a prime beachfront location, unique architecture, or, a combination of all of these. We'll have to wait for more details, but it definitely piques the curiosity.
Next, we have the title Art Trio Bang Tao. It's launching soon in the well-established Bang Tao area, which is known for its upscale resorts and stunning beach.
Bang Tao is prime real estate in Phuket. It's known for its tranquility, luxurious villas, and upscale dining. This project is likely to attract a lot of attention.
And finally, there's Catabello, launching in early 2025 in Kedah, and this one is valued at 5.5 billion baht, so another big player.
Yeah. Kata offers a different vibe than, say, Bang Tao. It's more vibrant, it's more bustling. This kind of diversity within Phuket is, one of its strengths, right?
Yeah.
It can appeal to a wider range of preferences and lifestyles.
So we have a sense of who's buying, why they're drawn to Phuket, and a glimpse into, the types of developments popping up. But what about the overall market outlook?
Well, the Real Estate Information Center is predicting some pretty impressive numbers.
Okay, hit me with the stats.
Okay, so they're projecting a total ownership transfer value of 33.73 billion baht this year. To put that in perspective, that's a 7.1% increase from last year. But here's where it gets really interesting. New condo sales in the first half of this year saw a 259.8% increase compared to the same period last year.
Whoa, hold on. Let's break that down for our listeners. What does ownership transfer value even mean?
It's basically the total value of properties changing hands in the market.
Yeah.
So this year, over 33 billion baht is being injected into Phuket's property market, which signals very, very significant economic activity. And that 259.8% jump in new condo sales, that's a That's a massive influx of new investment.
Yeah.
It indicates a strong belief in Phuket's future potential.
So it's not just a few individual investors, it's a full-blown trend. But who's driving this growth? The article mentions that over 90% of ASW's customers are international buyers, mainly from Russia, Ukraine, and Europe.
That's right. And this is where things get really fascinating. Phuket's becoming increasingly cosmopolitan, catering to like a global elite.
Yeah.
We're seeing changes in the types of amenities and services being offered,
Yeah.
from luxury spas and international cuisine to concierge services and even language support. It's a whole lifestyle shift.
It makes you wonder, how is Phuket adapting to this influx of foreign residents? I mean, are we talking about like a cultural blending, or are we going to see pockets of completely separate communities?
That's a great question, and it's one that's being played out in real time. It'll be interesting to see how this shapes the island's culture and social landscape in the coming years. It is a delicate balance, isn't it? Maintaining Phuket's unique charm while accommodating the needs and preferences of these new residents.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it kind of raises those questions about cultural preservation and integration. It's like that age-old question, can paradise really stay paradise when the whole world wants a piece of it?
Yeah.
But let's step back for a second here. These massive developments, the influx of foreign money, it's all exciting, but what does it actually mean for Phuket?
Right. Well, I mean, think about the ripple effect. Increased construction, obviously.
Sure.
But then you have greater demand for hospitality, retail, transportation. Even things like healthcare and education need to expand to support this growing population.
Wow.
This boom is literally reshaping the landscape and the economy of Phuket.
So it's not just about building luxury condos, it's about building a whole ecosystem to support a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that lifestyle, judging by these ASW projects, is it's geared towards a global elite, right?
Exactly. And this raises some really interesting questions. How will this impact the local communities? Will they benefit from this economic growth, or will they be, priced out?
Right.
How will Phuket's infrastructure handle this, this increased strain?
So we're seeing this trend of wealthy individuals seeking these safe havens and investment opportunities all over the world.
Yeah.
But Phuket's natural beauty and its existing tourism infrastructure make it particularly appealing, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's a very unique combination of factors, and that's what makes this case study so fascinating. We're not just talking about like a local real estate boom. We're talking about like a microcosm of global trends.
It's globalization in action happening right before our eyes.
Yeah.
So with all of this information, what are the key takeaways for our listener? What's the so what of this whole Phuket real estate explosion?
I think the first takeaway is that Phuket is evolving, right? It's no longer just a tourist destination. It's becoming a global hub for real estate investment, driven by these geopolitical factors and this desire for a luxurious, stable lifestyle.
And this trend is being fueled by major players like ASW, who are making these calculated moves to capitalize on this growing market. We're seeing a new type of development emerge, one that caters to a globalized elite.
Yeah, and the speed at which these units are selling out, it just tells us that demand is incredibly high, and this boom is having a significant impact on Phuket's economy. It's driving growth across multiple sectors.
But as with any rapid development, there are potential challenges, right?
Oh, of course.
The influx of foreign investment and the changing cultural landscape raise questions about sustainability,
Definitely.
both environmental and social.
Yeah.
Will this boom ultimately benefit Phuket in the long run?
Right.
Or will it lead to unintended consequences? Those are questions that deserve careful consideration.
Yeah, for sure.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of growth and development, but it's important to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
This real estate boom in Phuket is a compelling story, but it's also a cautionary tale.
It highlights the complex interplay between globalization, investment, and the desire for a piece of paradise. It forces us to ask ourselves, what is the true cost of paradise? And who ultimately benefits?
These are questions that go beyond Phuket. They're relevant to any location experiencing rapid growth and development fueled by foreign investment.
Yeah, it's a reminder that even paradise is not immune to the forces of globalization,
Right.
and that that those forces can have both positive and negative impacts.
So for our listener, what do you think is the most important thing to keep in mind as they process all this information?
I think it's crucial to remember that that this is not just about real estate.
Okay.
It's about understanding the forces that are shaping our world.
Mm-hmm.
It's about recognizing that even seemingly idyllic places like Phuket are not immune to global trends.
And it's about being aware of the potential consequences, both positive and negative, of those trends.
Exactly. This deep dive into the Phuket real estate boom, it's a reminder that we live in a very complex and interconnected world,
Mm.
and that understanding those connections is essential if we want to navigate the future thoughtfully. It really does. You know, it makes you think about the world in a whole new light.
Yeah, and it reminds us that even paradise, has its complexities. When we started this deep dive, we were talking about the allure of Phuket, those dreamy beaches and the tropical vibes.
Hmm.
But I think we've uncovered something much deeper here.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen how global events and economic trends and individual desires all kind of converge in a place like Phuket. It's a reminder that no place is truly isolated anymore.
And that those connections can create both opportunities and challenges, right? I
Yeah.
mean, on one hand, you have this influx of investment that's boosting Phuket's economy,
Right.
creating jobs, potentially raising living standards.
But on the other hand, you have to consider the potential downsides,
Yeah.
the environmental impact of this rapid
Mm.
development, the strain on infrastructure, the risk of cultural homogenization.
And the ethical questions surrounding foreign investment and its impact on local communities, it's a lot to unpack.
It is, and I think that's what makes this deep dive so valuable. It's not just about Fouquet; it's about understanding the bigger picture, the interconnectedness of our world.
It's about looking beyond the surface and asking those tough questions.
Yeah,
Like, what are the long-term implications of these trends? Who benefits and who might get left behind?
these are questions that we as global citizens need to be grappling with. And I think this Phuket real estate boon offers a really compelling case study, a lens through which we can examine these larger issues.
So, to our listener, I hope this deep dive has given you a new perspective on Phuket, on global real estate trends, and maybe even on your own place in this interconnected world.
We've explored the forces driving this boom, the players shaping its direction, and the potential outcomes, both positive and negative. Now it's up to you to consider what it all means,
Hmm.
how it resonates with your own values and perspectives.
Keep asking those tough questions. Stay curious and keep exploring the world around you with a critical eye.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this journey.
Until next time.